Well, folks, that's a bona fide win streak. I was there in person, and the BGO 94 jersey, the Astros hat combo, which came through for the Ronel Blanco no-hitter, came through for this game, and I got to see it in person and experience it with a friend who watched their first baseball game all the way from New Zealand. Let's talk about it right now.
Jainel Diaz, this is Locked On Astros.
Hello and welcome to Locked On Astros, your daily Astros podcast. Here are your hosts, Eric the Man Huysman and Brett Htown Wheelhouse Chancey.
Hey, everybody, and welcome in to a special extra edition, late night edition of Locked On Astros. I'm Htown Wheelhouse. You can find me at Htown Wheelhouse on X, Instagram, and TikTok. You can find me at Back to the Bullpen on Instagram and X. You can find me at Stros411 on Facebook and on X, where I am always positive, always Stros. And yes, Shalonda says, good morning. You are right. Yes, ma'am. It is morning time. It's officially 12:01 a.m. on Wednesday. Wow. I was there. It was a great game. And look, I just want to tell you real quick before we go too far that this episode is brought to you by FanDuel. FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Get $150, win or lose on your first bet and bonus bets. So do that today. Go to FanDuel.com/lockedon. Look, this game was an absolute pandemonious roller coaster, emotionally speaking. And so let's just do this. Imagine if you are a person from another country who has never seen an American baseball game or an American sporting event in person ever. And you get to go to the game with, it's going to sound cocky, with yours truly to your first ever baseball game. I have a friend that reached out to me about, we became friends like 2 years ago, Paige Allen. Her and her dog, Paige and 12, they have a TikTok. And she originally had planned a trip to come to the United States. And I want to share this story with y'all because it's really cool. She had planned to come to the United States with a friend. The plans with that friend fell through. And so I found out a few months ago that she was still coming. The original deal was when her and her friend came to the States that I was going to arrange getting tickets for her because for whatever reason, I mean, obviously, I think because they're in New Zealand, they can't purchase tickets on the MLB app. So I was like, I'll purchase them. I'll get them to you when you get there, whatever. We'll figure it out. Well, kind of find out she's coming to Houston. She came to Houston, flew in Monday. She was coming by herself. And I was like, oh, no, ma'am, you are not coming to this city, not where I live, and be by yourself. I'm going to host you. I'm going to take you to the Astros game. We're going to have a blast. And then tomorrow, and then, you know, we're going to do some other things, going to NASA, go to Buc-ee's tomorrow. But get this, she went today. The first thing we did, and if you've never been to an Astros game, you need to do this. You need to go to fan accommodations around, I believe, 113, 114, and you need to get your certificate for your first Astros game. So we got Paige a certificate, says my first Astros game. It has the date, it has the Astros and the Guardians on there. And then as a gift of goodwill, because she brought me some chocolates from New Zealand and they're amazing. And I'm going to share with her the amazing world of Buc-ee's tomorrow. But I got her a bat and one of the mini bats that you buy, and they put her name, and next to the name, it puts like Space City. And we had an absolute blast. To quote a New Zealander, the Cleveland Guardians they were quite the buggas. They were just nipping at the Astros' heels. And really, honestly, in the beginning of the game, I thought that this was going to be a game that the Astros are going to actually blow the doors off of the Cleveland Guardians because it looked that way. And I say that after the Guardians scored those 3 runs. When the Astros tied it up, and then when they went up 8-3, I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to score 12 runs tonight. And this is what's amazing. The Houston Astros came back not once, but twice. They came back twice. What a game. And Loperfido's first hit, if you didn't catch it on the YouTube shorts, check it out. I got it all on film. I mean, if you're watching it, you saw it. But please go support us by that. And anytime you watch a video, hit that like button. Make sure you're sharing. I met some fans tonight. I can't remember everybody's name. I met about 4 or 5 people that follow the show. Thank y'all for following the show. I met some new people that are definitely going to be tuning in hopefully tonight and the coming weeks. Make sure you check out Locked On Astros Postcast. Michael Connor does a great job. He's a great addition to the Locked On Astros team. Locked On Astros podcast, Locked On Astros postcast. Look, we're all trying to do the same thing, build up a great team so that we can be on this historic run together. And I'm not going to go over too many specifics as far as stats go, because I know Eric covered that stuff, but I wanted to show y'all something. Number one, and again, for those of y'all, I'm going to say this from time to time, for those of y'all that listen, we appreciate you listening. But let me just say this. And you know what? I didn't get the Joey Loperfido jersey. But I got another jersey, and I'll explain that later. Actually, I can't say anything because it's a surprise for someone. But I got these tickets. They are commemorative tickets from the Ronel Blanco no-hitter. Because I was there. I got 2 copies of my seat, 107, row 25, seat 8, and I ordered those. And I'm going to be, I've got a Lucite case that they're coming in. Hey, what's up, Mr. Rashad? And what's cool is when he threw this no-hitter, I was wearing this jersey and I was wearing this hat. So this jersey and this hat combination are legendary. It has seen a no-hitter and it has seen a walk-off. So what I have to do is be selective when I wear this. I can't wear it every single game. I've got to be selective. I'm thinking about going to tomorrow night's game because Justin Verlander is pitching, and I'm thinking about wearing the same thing. So don't be hating on me if you see me wearing the same dang clothes tomorrow night if I make it. I don't know. I haven't decided, but we will see. But this game tonight, dude, oh my God, Hunter Brown came out and I was just like, what are we going to do with this kid? If you take the first inning away from this kid, he's nails. I mean, when I look at the box score, okay, the Guardians had 7 hits, 9 runs. Astros had 12 hits, 10 runs. But the pitching, wow. Hunter Brown, 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 6 earned runs, 7 strikeouts, 2 home runs, a 9.78 ERA. He didn't even get the win. Hader got the win. Hader gave up a run, but got the win because he was the last pitcher on record. Montero gave up the home run. And I will say this, and I thought I was, well, we know how superstitious we are as fans, right? But right before, literally, probably 30 seconds before Montero throws that pitch that just got crushed into right field, I turned around to the people behind us because they said something about Montero. I said, you know what? Montero's pitching really good this year. I'm really happy for him because last year he was getting crushed. I was criticizing. Everybody was criticizing him. And he signed a big contract. He's been criticized. But you know what? He's holding it down. The second I said he's holding it down, boom, he crushes it. And I was like, wait, did I just jinx him? And the guy behind me said, nope, I called it last inning. So you had faith in Montero and me, and you had the guy with no faith. And so he took the blame. So it's not on me. Okay. It's not on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby, please. But that home run was a laser. Talk about a laser of home runs. Oh my gosh, John Singleton? Excuse me, sir. What are you doing? Not only did you hit a piss missile to right field, but you threw the bat down and you just walked and you just looked at that thing. That was a manly shot. And I literally put out on X, I am sorry. I apologize. Look, you can't deny what Singleton is doing. He's hitting 239. He was hitting 256 coming into the game. 239, but 3 RBI, 2 runs, and 1 hit. If I can get 1 for 4 out of Singleton and 3 RBI and a home run or and like 2 runs out of him every game when he plays, that sure is a heck of a lot better than, wow, Jose Abreu. And I'm not going to talk a whole lot about that because I know Eric touched on that earlier on the extra episode. Look, this is our third episode today. What other podcast has you covered like Locked on Astros? I mean, you can go try, but right here, I got a suggestion. You should go. I'm thinking about coming down from Huntsville to watch the Astros win. Hey, listen, big boy 0402. I might just do that because you know what I'm going to do? I'm probably going to use the Game Time app for sure to do that. They're not necessarily one of our sponsors tonight, but I do want to tell y'all about FanDuel. This episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Go to FanDuel.com/lockedon. Well, it's playoff time, people in the NBA and NHL. And baseball is in full swing. And FanDuel is your place to bet on every single game. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets, guaranteed, win or lose. The Astros are coming off a 2-game win streak in Mexico City, and there are some crazy things happening in the NBA. Who's going to make it to the finals? If you want to bet on anything from slap shots in the NHL to home runs to slam dunks, it's all in one app that is safe, secure, and easy to use. So what are you waiting for? Visit FanDuel.com/lockedon and make your first bet an automatic win. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Hey, again, thank y'all for tuning in to Locked on Astros. Make sure you check out the Locked on Astros 24/7 all sports channel, all sports all the time. The biggest stories, the biggest events. Who knows? Definitely the Locked on Astros podcast has got to make a run on there. 3 wins in a row. We won yesterday. We won today. If we win tomorrow, it's a win streak. That's right. Thank you, Coach from Major League. I love it. You miss Built Bars and Bird Dogs. You are an OG, sir. Hey, look. Yeah, look at that, man. Big boy, you are on here. Big boy. There was a commercial that used to have that. Like, what's your password? He's like, big boy. They're like, say it louder, big boy. And it was just funny. If you remember that, I think it was a MasterCard commercial or something. But anyways, what do y'all think about Loperfido? Look, Loperfido got up with bases loaded twice. And let me just tell you this. If Loperfido would have hit a grand slam in his second at bat, the pitcher just said, okay, Rook, I'm sorry, bud. You got to hit earlier, but I am absolutely going to make you look bad. Look, Loperfido, that at bat, oof, that was a welcome to the bigs, kid. Good job earlier on your RBI single. I'm not letting that happen. I mean, that relief pitcher was throwing absolute gas on the mound. And what are we going to do, guys, with this pitching? Because I know there's a lot of criticism for Hunter Brown. I know there's a lot of criticism for Montero. Abreu had 2 walks. That's not good. Presley had a walk and a strikeout, but he didn't give up any runs. Presley actually looked good. Hader did give up the 1 run, the 1 hit. That's the ghost runner. And I heard Eric say, I don't necessarily blame Hader for the runner or for the run. Well, all those runs, I believe, are unearned anyway. So they don't count, because right here I'm looking. It was a run, but it wasn't an earned run, so that doesn't go against his ERA. But I would say that this pitching performance was a bend, don't break pitching performance because of the offense. This, folks, was a complete win. This, folks, was an extra innings win. This, folks, was a win where a pinch hitter who was signed in the offseason by Dana Brown as a backup catcher from the left side of the plate, who hit all 7 of his home runs last year in Milwaukee from the left side, has now hit both of his home runs from the left side. And people have been dogging Dana Brown. What about this? And what about that? And Jim Crane this, and all the complaining and all the whimpering and whining. And look at Mr. Caratini coming up there, stepping up to the plate. Oh, and it's not Caratini, it's Caratini. I think in the now I said Caratini as I'm walking through Minute Maid Park, and some woman was like, Caratini. Like, I'm like, okay, thank you, ma'am. I wasn't asking you to judge my English. Thanks a lot. But I digress. Victor Caratini. He's the GOAT. That's right, dude. He plays first. First base. Wow. I'm all over the map. I still can't believe Jose Abreu accepted that assignment. And I'll talk about that here in a second, because I do want to share my thoughts on it, because I think it is significant the way things happened. Okay, but before we get to Caratini, okay, yes, Puerto Rican power. Caratini statue as soon as possible. Well, I don't know if we're gonna give one statue after a walk off, but the walk off was definitely great. I've seen Jeremy Pena's first career walk off. Now I saw no hitter this year. Caratini walk off. I think that's like the fourth or fifth walk-off that I've seen in this stadium. Just absolutely love it. Of course, the best walk-off was the ALDS in 2022 when Yordan Alvarez just absolutely embarrassed Robbie Ray and the thumb that they call the manager and Scott Service in Seattle. Speaking of Seattle, guess what? The Mariners are coming to town after the Guardians. And our guy, Baseball Jesus, Ryan Stanek, will be back, but in a Mariners uniform. You better believe they're going to have a Ryan Stanek video there at the game. 3 for 4 with 3 RBI and a walk-off. Caratini, yeah, hello. No, actually, so Caratini came in and pinch hit today. So maybe pinch hitting, he's 3 for 4, but he's hitting 314 on the season. He has a 939 OPS. Bregman went 1 for 5. He hit the 3-run home run. Look, that home run, he should have had 2 home runs today. He got out in front of that breaking pitch. Oh my gosh, that ball looked like it was going where we were sitting. I was like, that ball's going to stay fair. Going to stay fair. It was foul. And then he crushed it. Oh, and I believe it was Mr. Naylor hit the home run earlier for the Guardians. Do you realize that there was only one stadium that home run would have been a home run, and it was at Minute Maid Park? It was a home run in 1 out of 30 ballparks. All other 29 parks, it would have been an out. Oh, the short porch kills us sometimes. Espada should have got thrown out cussing the refs out tonight. For what? Oh, what are your thoughts? Okay, hold on. Y'all are kind of hitting me with all different kinds of stuff. Mr. Bidwell says, what are your thoughts on Espada and all the moves and stuff? Okay, so on you talking about what Espada said, you're talking about Jose Abreu. The moves are not okay. So basically what Joe Espada said was, we really want to do what's best for Jose. We believe in his ability and we know he can hit. It was just trying to find the right time to do what's best for Jose. In the organization, I think it was the right time to do it. They basically had no other choice. Let's see. I know Eric has read some of this off to y'all. But it sounds like they gave him an option. Like he could have not accepted the option. I think he would have been cut. Look, I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't think that was a thing. Yeah, I know Hernandez is behind the plate tomorrow night against Verlander. That's partly why I want to be there, because I want to be a good luck charm. See if I can get my son to go to the game with me. He hadn't been to a game with me for a while. See if we can do that. If I can get Wheelhouse Jr. to go with me, I'll go. We've got a pretty good record together. Let's see. Joe Espada on Abreu. He put the team first, and as an organization, we want to win, but we want to take care of the people who wear the uniform. That's exactly what we did as an organization. We listened to him, and Jose said, Joe, I have to do what's best for the team, and I want to do what's best for me. He's a true professional. The fact that he took the option to get his game back, I'm glad that we're highlighting that because it meant a lot. He took that option. That is a huge pill to swallow. No, I do not have season tickets. I do not have season tickets. If I went to every home game, I wouldn't be able to do as much commentary or do as good of a job on the commentary as I believe that I'm able to do. I do far worse on the detail when I'm there because I'm very social and I'm meeting people. Like tonight, I met several people that watched the show. They said hi. And so I don't catch every pitch like when I'm at home. But before we move on to the last segment, let's hear about DoorDash. This episode is brought to you by DoorDash. Right now, you can get 50% off your next order, up to $15 when you spend $15 or more on your next flour, convenience, grocery, or retail order now on DoorDash. Use the code LOCKEDONMLB. That's right. If you want to get your mother something special, we know Mother's Day is right around the corner. She's been special to you. You can make it happen with your mom. You can surprise her with flowers, not just flowers, gifts of all different types. Brands she loves, delivered the very same day with DoorDash. And not just that, but tech that your mom wants. Maybe she needs a new watch. Maybe she needs some self-care essentials, and it can be delivered right to her door. It's never too late to show mom your love for Mother's Day with DoorDash. Surprise your mom today. Use the promo code LOCKEDONMLB for 50% off your next order of $15 or more. Tell them Locked On Astros sent you. That's right. DoorDash is a great thing. Actually, my son used DoorDash tonight for his dinner. So there you go. He was able to get some Jersey Mike, so that was nice. Yeah, Susan says that Abreu's statement was very well said. No, it was. It definitely was. And Joe says right here, this is what Joe feels like he works with Dana way more than Dusty ever did. See, I don't know. Did he say that, or are you assuming that? I don't know. I haven't heard that. But look, what a game. What a win. This is a game that's it's funny. Like we win three in a row. It's the Rockies. Everybody's freaking out because it's only the Rockies. Then we beat the Guardians, and all I hear is complaints about like, oh, well, Hunter Brown this and the pitching that. And I'm like, look, bottom line is this: baseball is an imperfect game, y'all. This was a great win. I mean, does it mean we're out of the woods? No. Does it mean there's not problems on this team? Absolutely not. But you know who's not sitting on the bench going, man, if we would have just done this more? Dude, they got to win. Of course they're going to dissect their game, and they're going to look into what they need to do to get better. But at the end of the day, it's about the W. And sometimes how you get it is a little bit more rewarding. I think to come back twice. I mean, think about this. They had a rookie debuting. They had John Singleton, who's been heavily criticized. And I don't know that we've heavily criticized him on the show, but we have given him a little bit of a hard time lately. Okay. And you had Jake Myers in there. Jake Myers has not been great. So you basically had Joey Loperfido with two hitters behind him where he really wasn't protected. And what happened? They actually did a decent job. I mean, John Singleton did a decent job. He got the RBI. He got the home run. And Joey Loperfido went out and performed. And despite Hunter Brown giving up 3 runs in the first inning, the Astros came back. And then when the Guardians tied it, what did the Astros do? They came back twice. Not only did they come back twice, they won an extra innings game. So I don't know what else people want and why they're still complaining. But if this doesn't make you happy, then you're sour grapes, and you need to grow up, because this was a damn good win. Excuse my language. I don't even know why I let social media frustrate me, because it's such a hyperbolic chamber of nuanced bullcrap. And people are like, oh, but if Hunter Brown would have done this, if Altuve, I'm like, what are y'all complaining about? I get it. He had a bad first inning. He gave up 3 runs. When has 3 runs ever sunk a ball club? And yeah, the bullpen kind of crapped the bed a little bit, but you know what? You've got one of the best offenses on paper. You've got, even though like Yordan Alvarez had a bad night at the plate. I don't hear anybody complaining about Alvarez. He had a horrible night at the plate. I mean, he went down. The first strikeout was a little tricky because that slider coming in on him was brutal. The second strikeout looking was a oh my God. I was like, Yordan, just swing the dang bat. He apparently was going up in both at bats looking for a different pitch. And look, when you are looking for a certain pitch and you know this pitcher, what he does, and you've watched the film, you've watched all the videos, and he doesn't do that, and he gets you at the backdoor slider, or he brings one in on you, and then the next guy comes up, he's got different pitch shape. Baseball is hard, and that's what I appreciate about my friend Paige sitting there next to me. She actually kept me calm and not too upset, because she was like, that seems so hard to do. Hitting that baseball looks really difficult. I'm like, it's extremely difficult. I said, that guy right there, and I'm pointing to different batting averages. If that guy bats 30% or higher his whole career, he's in the Hall of Fame. She's like, 30%? I said, imagine if you did your job 30% of the time. Would you have a job? Oh, no, I would never get hired. Exactly. That's how hard it is to hit a baseball. 15 first inning. Look, I get it, JB. I mean, I'm not saying that Hunter Brown's first inning runs that he's giving up isn't a concern. But what I'm saying is, when those things happen, if your team is not then countering that with hitting the cover off the ball and picking up your pitcher, then that's even more of a problem. Now, it absolutely needs to get fixed. Hunter Brown, if he's not careful, will end up in the bullpen when these other starters come back healthy. And I don't know, maybe this year, maybe he needs to go to the bullpen. But then who's your opener? JP France is down working on stuff. There's a lot of good things that are happening. There's a lot of good things that are happening. Number one, we've won 3 games in a row. Is he a bullpen guy? Oh, Rafael, I almost thought your name said Rafael Montero. I was about to freak out. Not that I think that any of the Astros go home and watch our show. They're probably in bed right now going, why are these people still talking about us? Remember, Hunter Brown was in the bullpen and did a very good job in the playoffs. Now, that was in the playoffs. Hunter Brown is slotted to be a 1 through 3 starter on this rotation. That is their outlook on him. But tonight, I think we saw Joey Loperfido do a phenomenal job. Please, if you have not seen the Joey Loperfido interview that I did with him right after he was drafted, this kid is great. He is great. He tells a story about Dusty Baker when he got invited to camp after he was drafted. Talks about Dusty Baker, talks about being in the clubhouse with the guys. Look, I couldn't be happier for him. Joey Loperfido his heart had to be absolutely thumping out of his chest. When he got that hit, that place absolutely exploded. And I'll end on this. I really wish that he would have hit a grand slam tonight. Oh my God. That would have just made the evening even better. Well, tomorrow night we got Justin Verlander versus Angel Hernandez, the world's worst umpire. Like the worst umpire in Major League Baseball history. So, will Htown Wheelhouse attend the game tomorrow night? We don't know. I guess you'll have to find out. Thank you all for tuning in to Locked On Astros of Htown Wheelhouse. This has been a great, this has been a great extra show. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are the best. Y'all are the best listeners, the best followers. Thank y'all for saying hi to me. If I show up Wednesday night, I'll let you know on socials. Come by and say hi to me. I won't be up high. I'll be down on some of the nice seats. I'll snag an open seat. Let's go watch the Astros win 4 games in a row. For myself, from Eric, from Mike Connor at Locked On Astros Postcast, I am out. See you later. Gosh, I'm tired. Later. Whew, what a day. I only did one of the 3 shows and I'm pooped. Later, fam.